Numbers chapter 21. When King Arad the Canaanite, who dwelled in the south, heard that Israel had come by way of the spies, he fought against Israel and took some of them captive. In response, Israel made a vow to the Lord, saying, "If you will indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities." The Lord listened to the voice of Israel and gave the Canaanites over to them. They utterly destroyed them and their cities, and the place was called Hormah. From Mount Hor they journeyed by the way of the Red Sea to go around the land of Edom. However, the spirit of the people became discouraged because of the difficult journey. The people spoke against God and Moses, saying, "Why have you brought us out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? There is no bread, no water, and we detest this worthless food." As a consequence, the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and many of the Israelites were bitten and died. The people then came to Moses, confessing, "We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against you. Pray to the Lord that he may remove the serpents from us." So Moses prayed for the people. The Lord instructed Moses, "Make a fiery serpent and set it on a pole, and it shall be that everyone who is bitten, when he looks at it, shall live." Moses made a bronze serpent and placed it on a pole. Whenever a serpent had bitten someone, if that person looked at the bronze serpent, they lived. The Israelites moved on and camped at Oboth. They journeyed from Oboth and camped at Ijabarim, in the wilderness east of Moab. From there, they moved on and camped in the valley of Zir. They continued their journey and camped on the other side of the Arnon River, which is in the wilderness that extends from the border of the Amorites. The Arnon River forms the boundary between Moab and the Amorites. The events that transpired at the Red Sea and the brooks of the Arnon are recorded in the book of the Wars of the Lord. From there, they went to Beer, the well of which the Lord had spoken to Moses. "Gather the people together, and I will give them water." Then Israel sang this song: "Spring up, O well! All of you sing to it." The well the leaders sank, dug by the nation's nobles, by the lawgiver, with their staffs. And from the wilderness they went to Mattanah. From Mattanah to Nahaliel, from Nahaliel to Bamoth. From Bamoth to the valley that is in the country of Moab, by the top of Pisgah which looks down on the wasteland. Israel sent messengers to Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, "Let me pass through your land. We will not turn aside into fields or vineyards. We will not drink water from wells. We will go along the king's highway until we have passed through your territory." But Sihon did not allow Israel to pass through his territory. Instead, he gathered his people and went out to confront Israel in the wilderness. He came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. Israel struck Sihon with the edge of the sword and took possession of his land from the Arnon to the Jabbok, as far as the people of Ammon, for the border of the Ammonites was fortified. Israel took all these cities, and Israel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorites, in Heshbon, and in all its villages. Heshbon was the city of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab and had taken all his land from his hand as far as the Arnon. Therefore those who speak in Proverbs say, "Come to Heshbon, let it be built, let the city of Sihon be established." For a fire went out from Heshbon, a flame from the city of Sihon, it consumed Ar of Moab, the lords of the heights of the Arnon. Woe to you, Moab! You are undone, O people of Chemosh! He has given his sons as fugitives, and his daughters into captivity to Sihon, king of the Amorites. We have shot at them. Heshbon has perished as far as Dibon. Then we laid waste as far as Nophah, which reaches to Medeba. Thus Israel dwelt in the land of the Amorites. And Moses sent to spy out Jazer, and they took its villages and drove out the Amorites who were there. Then they turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og, king of Bashan, went out against them, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei. The Lord said to Moses, "Do not fear him, for I have delivered him into your hand, with all his people and his land, and you shall do to him as you did to Sihon, king of the Amorites, who dwelt in Heshbon." So they defeated him, his sons, and all his people, until there was no survivor left, and they took possession of his land.